Okay, simple Italian. When I talk about simple Italian, I'm not talking about me, I'm talking about the dish I'm going to make. Years ago, I think it's been almost 30 years now, I had a gelateria in DC. And my partner, his name was Salvatore, he cooked a real simple tomato dish. He just said, oh, it's my pomodoro sauce. And I was still cooking and simmering for hours and hours and hours. And he made this simple little sauce, and it takes him about 5 minutes. And I've been making it for myself ever since. And I put it on everything. I put it on chicken, I put it on fish, I put it on scallops, or I just simply put it on pasta. So to start, of course, extra virgin olive oil. Don't be afraid to put plenty of olive oil in there. That's where the flavor's coming from. And there's nothing more, get our oil hot, nothing more than adding some onions, adding some garlic, fresh garlic of course, salt. Now when you're using salt, try to use a nice salt, use like sea salt or a nice kosher salt. Always fresh ground pepper. A little more oil. Smell that garlic? Wonderful. Onion and garlic, we're only going to cook them until the onions start to get translucent. We don't really want to brown the garlic. Now, some people like spicy like I, so I add a little bit of crushed red chili. And then the key to this is you got to have fresh vine-ripe tomatoes. We put our vine-ripe tomatoes in there. And if you like it a little bit saucier, you can always add a little bit of diced tomato and juice. But if you do add diced tomato and juice, make sure that you're using about 75% of the fresh tomatoes and just a small amount of the tomatoes from the can. And of course, if you're using tomatoes, you want to get the really best, highest quality diced tomato that you can get. That's it. That's all we're going to do. We're going to take this, keep the heat on high. We'll put a lid on, and we're going to boil that for 5 minutes. Take the lid off, and we're done. The other key thing to this is to put in fresh basil. Now you get nice fresh basil leaves. There's no reason to chop it up. Just take it and break it up with your hands. And if you like me, the more basil, the better. Let's test the seasoning. Perfect. That's it. The sauce is done. Now we're going to put it on our pasta. My favorite pasta is rigatoni. And one of the things that a lot of people don't tell you about, the key to making pasta taste really good is, once you have the sauce, once you have the pasta, you can't take the pasta, heat it up in water like a lot of people do, and then pour the sauce on top. You've got to saute the pasta in the sauce. So we can even add a little olive oil so our pasta doesn't stick. We put some rigatoni in here. And all we're going to do is add some of our sauce, our pomodoro. Just going to let that cook down for a minute. A little fresh cracked pepper again. And of course, a little Parmesan Reggiano. That's it. Now tell me, that wouldn't make a great meal and it took all of 5 minutes.